All right, for assignment one, I just want to give you an overall tip that you can use to think about how to solve these kinds of problems. Let's switch on over to our Python idle. I'm going to put these tips pretty much just in some comments for you. And the tip is this. It's to always, maybe there's some exceptions, but always try to use the IPO model when coding. So ask yourself these questions. What is being asked to be input? In this case, in this problem, it's words, right? Like nouns, verbs, that kind of thing. Then you can say what needs to be processed. Now, in this case, like, is there any math? Is there anything that has to happen to those words? No, there's not. So, and this is like a rare exception that has nothing to be processed. So we're going to skip the P in the IPO model. But what needs to be output? And that would be your story. So if you keep that model in mind when you do this, you can think to yourself, okay, here's the first part of my program, inputting. Here's the second part of my program, story. One other thing is when you do input, what kind of data, oops, are you looking for? And in our case, we are looking for strings because it's words, right, for this particular one. So that will tell us how to treat the input. Excuse me, sorry about that. How to treat the input when we get it. When we have strings, the good news is we don't have to treat it anything special. When we do numbers in the next one, I'll come back to that. So we can do a sample input, like ask somebody's name, and and then of course that we're going to then do some print. Here is my story, and you go on from there. So that's just the process that you're trying to use when you do it. Is if you ask yourself those questions, you usually know what to do once you get done asking those questions. I'll probably be saying this again and again in these videos, and if you hear me say it again and you remember this, you can just skip over that part.